In 2018, President Donald Trump enacted a zero-tolerance border policy that superseded all prior border policies, allowing immediate persecution of all persons who crossed the border. This abrupt and aggressive executive order led to an infamous and much undeserved crisis, where children were forcibly separated from their parents. Lost and afraid without their guardians, these children lived in awful and inhumane conditions, cramped in detention facilities with more than maximum occupancy, stuffed in rooms filled with complete strangers, little to no privacy for restroom usage, no clothes to change into, little to nothing to wash themselves with, no beds, no blankets, and no one to console them. Around 5,500 children were separated after the policy was signed by President Trump, and more were separated even after the policy was rescinded. These children, who were left crying for their parents, for decent treatment, for freedom, are still today traumatized and scared, being put through an oppressive and confusing border law system with complex litigation and paperwork, as well as hiding from past and current terrors on either side of the southern borders. The following artwork bears the testimonies of the children who were kept in detention near the border, where they pled for places to sleep, to eat, to bathe, and see their families once again. The work is inspired by the information released to the public, dedicated to spreading awareness and drawing compassion for these children within our own borders. Children who need our help, and even more so with the outbreak of the coronavirus pandemic, which makes them subject to more stress and legal and humane trouble.
My sister has been very sick. We sleep on a cement bench. There are 2 mats in the room, but the big kids sleep on the mats, so we have to sleep on the cement bench. We have been sleeping on the cement bench since we came here, except for when my sister got sick. She was quarantined and she got to sleep on a mat on the floor in another room. We have only been allowed to go outside 4 times. We have been allowed to bathe twice since we came here. The water is very cold. We have only been allowed to brush our teeth twice here. There is no soap except for when you take a bath. We have been wearing the same clothes the entire time we have been here, and no one has washed them. My sister and I hold a blanket up for one another so no one can see us when we go to the bathroom. She is 6 years old and I am 8 years old. We came from Honduras.
I haven't had a shower the whole time I've been here. 2 times I was allowed to brush my teeth, but the doctor took the toothbrush away after I used it.
Nobody takes care of us here. I try to take care of my little brother and sister since no one will take care of them. There are little kids here who have no one to take care of them, not even a big brother or sister. Some kids are only 2 or 3 years old and they have no one to take care of them. My younger siblings and I came from Ecuador.
I am sad. I am frightened, scared. I was apprehended with my father. They separated me from my father right away. I have had cold and cough for several days. I have not seen a doctor and I have not been given any medicine. It is cold at night when I sleep. I have shorts but no socks. I have not been told how long I have to stay here.
Since crossing the border, we have not had any opportunity to brush our teeth. We haven't had an opportunity to wash our clothes here either. Every night, my sisters keep asking me, when will our mommy come get us? I don't know what to tell them.
This morning around 6 a.m., a guard came into the room and read off a list of people's names. He told all the people whose names were on the list to come with him. My friend's name was on the list, but mine was not. It was early in the morning, so she and I were asleep side by side. She heard her name and clung to me, crying. I had to explain to her that they called her name and she had to go along without me. She's only 4 years old. It was hard to tell her that. She did not go with a group of people that she does not know, and they did not tell her where she was going. She looked back at me as she joined the group that had been called. Tears were running down her face. I felt very sad, but did not want her to see me cry. Since I have been here, I have not been able to wash my clothes. I'm hungry most of the time.
We have not been able to shower. The toilet is out in the open in the cage. There is no door for any privacy. There is water, but no soap. There is no room to move without stepping over others. We were not given a mat to sleep on, so we had to sleep on the concrete floor.
This painting is a reflection of the solitude and desolation that children face in facilities at the border. As current events unfold with shocking and unprecedented incidents almost every day, those who are alone at the border are still suffering. Even as this piece was being painted, children were being forced from their families as a result of the new coronavirus policy to further seal up the border between the United States and Mexico. The child grips the hard wiring that separates her from her future and her freedom, shrouded in dark uncertainty, in which she pleads for a better life with family, friends, and fulfillment.